All right, we're going to go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Retro and Rare podcast, episode for a Mo Money Monday. You know why?
Why?
What's today's date?
March 9th.
What happened on March 9th in 1997, Doyle? Let me stop you. You don't have any fucking idea.
Jay-Z's first album.
Jay-Z's first album in 1997? Doyle.
Reasonable Doubt.
That came out in 1997.
Yeah, final answer.
Okay. Well, you're wrong. And that's when Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. the Notorious B.I.G., died.
Damn, I was close.
Because the greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th. Who said that?
Tupac.
Thank you. I'm just exposing your lack of hip-hop knowledge because you listen to Drake and you listen to trap music and all this bullshit. You don't even know your classic shit.
That's New York shit, though.
So I'm just, bro, all I'm doing is just adding little tallies on the board. So when these motherfuckers come at me that I'm harsh on you, I'm building a case.
Ask me about Trick Daddy.
Trick love the kids. He does love the kids. Now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Mo Money Monday. Mo Money, Mo Problems. Not my favorite Biggie song at all. That's commercial. But it's still, you know, Biggie to me was like a fucking superhero, bro. Biggie to me was my favorite rapper when I was a kid. And then when he died, it was crazy. And the whole Tupac thing, it's what made me not listen to Tupac until I was older, which was ignorant. I admit it now. It's like I was just not listening to Tupac because I was a 13-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid, and I was influenced by this big dude from Brooklyn. And it's like, we don't fuck with him. And I appreciate Pac's music. I'm still more of a Biggie fan, but super sad. All that shit is sad. You know, Pac died previous to that, and then Biggie died. Super sad, but March 9th is when he died.
Where were you when Big died?
I don't think I was anywhere in particular. Like, I was at a friend's house in, like, Hot 97. I remember just hearing the news, but I did go to the funeral in Brooklyn. I got to see his car, the hearse pass in Brooklyn. I got on the fucking train. I was 13. I got on the train, me and one of my friends, and we're like, yo, we hear he's having a fucking funeral. They're having a procession in Brooklyn and all this shit. Bro, it was the craziest thing. I was way too young to kind of absorb all that and realize how serious it was, but I don't know. I brought like my Biggie vinyl down there. Like, I don't even know what I was doing really. Like, was I thinking he was going to sign it? Like, I was just so like, I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to show appreciation. Like, I didn't have Instagram to throw up a post or something. I just wanted to be, I'm glad I went. I mean, it was monumental, bro, to be there. It was a crowd of people. It was crazy. So rest in peace, Biggie. Still bump his music to this day. I always will. So we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Another Monday, another episode. We are trying to squeeze some more content in. I'm just being a bitch, and I want it to be the right kind of content and not just throw out shit. So we did go to the thrift store yesterday, me and you.
Oh.
You know, we didn't film it. We were going to. We got some great pickups. That's that place. And you never been there with me. I took you to what we call the Honey Hole, which is kind of a suspect name. I might want to switch that. But what did you think of that place?
It was dusty as hell.
Now, it was kind of busy because it was Sunday. I tried to tell you. I go on a Tuesday at 9 a.m. There's no one there. But we found immediately some vinyl. And what else did we find that was dope? Well, you did the dirty work and dug through the DVD bins to try to find games. That's a tip. I think most people know that. But if you go to a thrift store, Salvation Army, any of those, and they just have a bin of DVDs, remember, DVD cases could be PlayStation 2 games, Xbox and GameCube as well, and CD cases could easily be Dreamcast, PS1, jewel cases. So that's a tip right there. Just make sure you dig through it because we found Resident Evil Outbreak, File 2, which I never heard of, $2 game. It's worth like $30. So you want to do quick flips like that. I mean, that's not a bad thing. You just got to know your shit. Like Doyle, you know your shit. I don't ever say you don't know your shit. I think I'm just a little crazier, so I might know some more. You were quick to just be like, what's this, that, this ain't worth nothing. And it was like, bro, these games are... Now, some of the other games we got, the Ford Racing and all that, they're not worth any extra money if you want to flip it.
That was my pickup of the day right there.
The Ford Racing?
Yeah,
I don't know why. It was the Mustang.
CIB too.
It was clean, but it's not worth any money. How nuts... Now, they had a copy of Truxton. Tell them, how much was that copy of Truxton? At a thrift store.
$129.99.
Not $1.29. $130. And when you ask the lady about it, immediately what she's saying, eBay, it's on eBay for $130.
No, they have it on eBay.
But it's still on their sales floor. And we have cash in our hand, but they won't take. Yeah. That's been there for, I told you, that's been there for 4 months now. They just have a complete copy of Truxton on Genesis in a glass case in the front of their thrift shop where they also sell rusty wrenches. They had a deer head mounted on the wall that had one eye. Like, this is the same place that's selling Truxton for $130. Now, there is a little bit of a conflict there, right? Because the game is worth, whatever, $100 at the minimal complete. Are they wrong for selling it? We had that conversation on the way home in the car. Are they wrong for selling it for that? Or are we just pissed off because we know it's a rare game and I personally think it should be $1 and it should have been at the bottom of those dusty bins? I don't know. I don't know who's right and who's wrong. At the end of the day, it's their merchandise. They could sell it for what they want. I just don't like this idea of thrift stores, Salvation Army, and Goodwill doing research, which if you were going to sell it, you would do the research too. I just feel like they get all this shit in bulk. Half of it they get for free. They get it at estate sales and they buy it for $100 and they get a million things and it happens to be in there. I don't know. I'm conflicted on the way I feel about that because it's like, well, if I own that thrift store, I'm not selling Truxton for $2. But then again, we got that Resident Evil game that's roughly a $30 game and it was $1 because they didn't bother doing the research on that, but they did it on Truxton. So anyway, we could still catch them slipping. That's where I got my pet monster for $3 and
What about the vinyls?
right, the vinyls were cool. Got the Pete Rock vinyl, which is the not Soul Sessions. Fuck, what was it called? Something the Sessions #2. And shout out my boy Rappin' and Snackin' Amir. I hit him up. He's like, you got that for $1? I was like, bro. Now the vinyls are all $1, but I got Street Dreams, Nas Street Dreams, which to me, now we'll show some of the cover art in the transition because I've been in love with that cover art. I want that on a t-shirt. That would be dope if they had a Street Dreams vintage promo t-shirt. I would die for that. It's got the 850 Beamer. Looks like there's a little drug transaction. It's 90s Queens vibe. Love it. And
Got the rims.
yeah, oh dude, it's super sick. He has a drug dealer car. What else did we get? The vinyl. Oh, I got those weird vinyl from the 60s, the stereophonic sounds. They're just pieces of vinyl that have, one of them says ghostly sounds and it's like old doors creaking open and vampires and thunder and lightning and just horror sounds. I love that shit. That's great to cut records. I'm really getting back into cut and mixing. I know you heard me yesterday. I'm sounding sharp on that shit.
Oh yeah, you did sessions?
Yeah, you were standing right there, you fuck. You don't remember when we tested out all the vinyl? I was doing baby cuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was killing it. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Now, so anyway, that was good. Next time we go to the thrift, you know what? We should be filming that. We should be vlogging that. That alone would have been a good vlog. Just, and we're gonna have to go in there commando style and just start filming. And if they say you can't film, we'll just say okay, and then continue to film. That's usually the best policy. You wait for like the third or fourth time where they ask you to stop filming. You can't go in like Gucci and do that, but a thrift store, unless you got a production team in there, if you're just holding your fucking Nikon, you're not gonna fuck with you. Plus, you can act like you're Doyle. You're an idiot. You can be like, what? Huh? What? They're not gonna say anything to you, bro. They feel bad for you. All right, so let's dive into a topic. What do we got for topics today? Oh, and you know what? Wait, before we get to topics, shout out to everyone that participated in the giveaway. By that, I mean you just subscribed, which we really appreciate. Those 2 winners have yet to contact me, though. So, make sure you guys watch the episode before to see who those winners were at the end and contact me. I'm not giving you like an ultimate. Like, it's yours. And we're doing another giveaway at 1,000. And we're doing some extra shit on the 1,000 giveaway. We already showed you the Snake Metal Gear figure we're going to give away. And I'm going to sprinkle some more cool shit on top of that. I have some ideas. I'm going to bounce them off you off camera. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to make you contribute something to it, too. You can give them some kind of Pokemon shit. By the way, Doyle went to a convention on Sunday. A toy gaming convention. I didn't feel like going to this one. It was over by him, and he went. He had a couple of pickups that he just wanted to let you motherfuckers know about. So for item of the day, we're going to do Doyle edition. And we'll look at all your fuckery you got. You got some cool shit, though. You got some cool shit.
Word?
Yeah. All right, now we could jump into the topic. I just wanted to let the people know, like, yo, the 2 winners of the giveaway last episode, make sure you watch it. Contact me, email or Instagram. I want to send out your shit.
Yeah, but what about if that doesn't happen? I mean, we have to have a countdown.
Well, no. Doyle, we did our job. We make the content for the people. We're giving them free shit as a thank you. The least they can do is hit me up. I can't track them down. I made an episode, last episode, we did an entire segment of the giveaway.
But Gustavo might be doing, like, cocaine transactions or some shit.
Are you being racist?
Oh, my bad.
Are you being racist, Doyle?
Well, it might be like Pablo Escobar shit.
That was a good businessman, Pablo. He knew what he was doing. But I think he killed a lot of people. Anyway, give me a topic, man. What the fuck?
All right, so we got the Nintendo PlayStation.
Oh, it sold 360,000 with buyer's premium. I told you I had 50,000 for it. I thought that was more than a legitimate offer. I was out in about 1 day, I think it was. So, great. I'm happy for the gentleman. I believe his name is Palmer. I don't remember. I think. I hope he's a collector. I hope he really cherishes it. I will say, the guy who owned it, I think the dude's nephew, right? Because it was, the original story was, I think it was, dude found the PlayStation Nintendo prototype in his uncle's attic. I think that was the story. And had $1 million offer for it at some point, I believe was the story. And you know what? He didn't accept the mill. So he got 300,000. Now 300,000, still 300,000. You lost 600 and some thousand though. You know, taxes, buyer's premium, there's all kind of crazy shit. So that kind of is crazy. I mean, I don't personally see any piece of gaming memorabilia or history. I mean, unless you had like the very first NES prototype or even that. I mean, who cares? Like, I'm not into that kind of thing at that level. I just look at what you can buy for 300,000+. I mean, you're in a different bracket of income and wealth when you can throw 300,000 down on a system and it doesn't matter. I just wonder if that person that bought it is like a game collector, or is he just try to collect rare shit, or why he bought it. I would like to know the story. He doesn't have to let us know anything. He could put it in his bathroom next to his fucking hand soap for the rest of his life. Doesn't matter.
He doesn't have an Instagram?
No, he can make an Instagram just for that system. You know what I mean? But, cool story. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, it would be cool to own, but 300,000 for me is like, nah, we're good on that. I'll do a hard pass. Next topic.
Yeah, but what do you think the retro market? That's good for the retro market, right?
Well, I mean, it's all good. Look, gaming in general, you know, gaming is going nowhere, and just new games coming out still helps the retro market, because some of the new games are pay homage to the old games and the style and the way they created. Then you might want to go back and look at the old game. There's a million different reasons why the retro market's going to be vibrant, I believe, for the next 10, 20 years, no problem. Like I said, they're collectible physical pieces of, you know, gaming that are going to be passed down or sold to different people. It's a collectible that you can use and play, and I don't know. So, what else are we going to talk about today? Oh, the UFC. The UFC. I wanted to talk about the UFC 248. I was hyped to watch the fights. I try my best to watch the entire event, the prelims and all that shit, and with the guys that you really don't know. And I'm more of a casual MMA fan. I'm maybe I'm a little above a casual, but I'm certainly not Joe Rogan knowledge, you know what I mean, or anything like that. So I enjoyed the events, except obviously the main event with Stylebender and Yoel Romero. But fuck all that. The fight of the night was the Chinese chick and the I think her name is Zhang. I'm sorry, I don't know the names. And the other young lady was from the Czech, maybe. Bro, did you see the egg on that chick's head? I mean, the way that Chinese chick is just built, bro. I mean, she would beat the living shit out of both of us. The way that she's built, and these two women stood in the middle of the octagon and just traded blows straight up. There was no takedowns. There was no nothing. And it was 5 rounds of just rah, rah, and just, oh my God, bro. And that chick's head was fucking, it went to a decision. If you haven't seen it, I don't even care if you're not a fight fan. You need to watch that fight. And then, of course, the biggest thing, the fucking main event, Stylebender versus fucking Romero, was bullshit. They didn't fucking, they were not aggressive towards each other. Fucking, what's his name? Stylebender's just leg kicking this fucking dude. People are trying to say, well, Stylbender's got the belt, so you got to come at him. And it's like, well, no, motherfucker. It's a fucking fight. And he knew other dude, Romero's way bigger than him. He might fucking swing on him once and just fucking knock his lights out. So, anyway, I was disappointed in the main event. Overall, whatever. 249's coming up with your boy Khabib and Tony Ferguson, which is going to be a really good fight. So, I'm excited about that. And we'll see what happens when that happens. What other sports stuff so we can get some sports stuff out of the way this segment? Oh, LeBron. LeBron's MVP. Can we stop? Can we fucking stop the bullshit? Don't tell me Adetomakumpo. Don't tell me fucking who.
Because of the last 2 weeks?
No. Because the man is 17 years in and is fucking people up. That's why. Just that alone, I told you last week, that qualifies him. The fact that he's 17 years in and we're having the conversation, to me, just because of that, puts him over. I'm so tired of this fucking, and you're a big part of it, Doyle. You are the number one person I know that you wish, you want to be a part of something now so special that you'll just take someone like LeBron and go, yeah, get him out. We had fun with him already. He went, yeah, we got the rings and da-da-da-da. Yeah, he's old news. I want Adetomakumpo. He's the new young dude. Fuck that. LeBron's schooling all these motherfuckers. I mean, make a case that he's not. His passing, ridiculous. His shooting percentage is up. Everything is just, and he's 17 years in.
But the Greek Freak has nobody. Who does he have? Chris Middleton?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Have you not seen LeBron have nobody and go to the finals for 8 fucking years?
He's had people.
Bro. Oh, that Cleveland team that he won with? That was people? I mean, come on, bro. You're not going to win this argument. There's nothing to argue. Greek Freak's a great player, bro. That's great. He's not LeBron James. It's just not. And then once again, 17. Show me where Greek Freak is in 17 years. Putting up these kind of numbers. It takes one fucking ACL tear, one meniscus tear, and you're done. LeBron made it this long with no major injuries. Got what, a groin injury last year? And they're lucky he got a groin injury and was fucked up. When he's healthy, which he is 98% of the time, he kills it. So, I don't know, man. Any other sporting shit that we should be talking about before we head into item of the day?
You're off. You're out on the XFL.
Watched another. Now this last game was more exciting. New York was playing, so I was like, "Ooh, the New York team." It's background for me. It's just something I put on in the background. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's just something I throw on in the background. It's kind of cool. I kind of try to watch it, but I've tried to get into it. It's not my thing. I think they should bring back Vince McMahon for XFL shit. Get some chicks in the end zone, in the hot tub. Get the crazy names on the back of the jersey. Have a couple of brawls break out. That's football.
It would be nice to have somebody interfere with the game, like they did with the
Yeah.
wrestling shit.
Yeah. Oh my God, the man's coming. He's got a family. Yo, JR should be commentating, bro. Does JR still commentate? I think he does, right? AEW or something?
I think only for pay-per-view, right?
I don't know. But JR is the greatest commentator of all time. My God! When what's his name? Mankind got thrown off the fucking the cage by Undertaker, which is like my favorite wrestling moment of all time. And he broke through that table. It's still real to me, damn it! All right, motherfuckers, you know what time it is. It's time for item of the day. Today's items are brought to you by Doyle, who just loves to bring me what he calls trinkets for item of the day. Usually it's something in the game room. Doyle went to a convention Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And it was a toy and gaming convention. What was it?
It was mostly toy, but they had a couple gaming spots.
Okay, so you picked up some trinkets. Now this you didn't pick up there, but you're excited about your Switch controller.
That's a good one.
I will say this. Switch, once again, let's reiterate, garbage console. Got it. This, however, is actually very nice. It's first-party Nintendo. It's a legitimate Super Nintendo or SNES. Hate that fucking word. Stop saying that, people. Stop saying SNES. It's Super Nintendo, SNES. Don't say SNES. Now, great controller. Love it. It's for the Switch. Now, you're saying this is Bluetooth? This is a Bluetooth controller.
It's wireless. I don't know if it's Bluetooth.
Doyle, do your goddamn research. What's wrong with you, bro? I don't know. I don't know how it connects. All I'm trying to say is, can I use it for not the Switch?
We'll have to try it out.
It's got the clicks. It's got the clicks. Button mash Bobby coming in hot. All right, so this is cool, but you didn't buy this at the convention. But I did say this is nice quality. Okay, Switch is garbage. But this is really cool. You have a bunch of these figures. Most of them are loose. I think you do. Do you have any of them sealed? You have some other sealed ones of these, right? In this series.
Oh, yeah, a couple of them, yeah.
So this is the Nintendo 64 Ocarina of Time figs, which are really fucking nice, man.
Yeah, I can zoom into that real quick.
Yeah, you touch the camera, you die. That's what B-roll's for, bro. B-roll Bobby. Damn it, Bobby.
That one's too clean, though.
This is really nice, bro. No, we'll get some footage. And where do you think it was originally sold with the $12.99? They sell these at KB Toys. I don't remember, but this is really cool. I really like it. And then you got some comics, right? Some random comics. I don't really. This is a good issue. I don't know. This I don't like.
Why not?
I'm not into the new shit like this. This is
It's Spidey.
Yeah, but I'm not into this is like that, what do you call it? Like the movie.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I mean, I don't like the artwork. The concept, the story is kind of cool. I admit it because you made me watch the movie. It was cool, but look at that. Which one would you rather fuck? The artwork on this is my favorite thing you got. 1984 Spidey. He needs to have the over his head. But this is 1984 Spidey. I fuck with this. This is cool. You don't see this a lot, actually. And then you got... This is an original soundtrack? What is this?
Yeah, we could play that.
Do they have Darth Vader on here? Dun 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 dun
Nah, it's
dun dun.
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
Come
come
on.
on.
You gotta know your shit.
I'm not a Star Wars guy. I'm not.
What?
I mean, I'm not like I don't care about like Star Wars is cool. Shout out Boba Fett. I'm not really a Star Wars guy like that. Slash is cool, and you got the accessories, which are still sticky and weird. Why didn't you clean them? Coronavirus. Yeah, I know. How about instead of saying what the hell is that, you clean your shit. You give it a fig bath. You don't know what a fig bath is? Shout out Zack Ryder. Now,
your boy.
the only Pokemon I like because I had a rap lyric about it. I charge hard like Charizard with a charge card. Cool, Charizard. And then let's just get to this. Love the movie. Hate Pops. Now, like the packaging in it with the red rum. Red rum. When I was a kid, me and Danny, we look the same. And then I have a Jack Nicklaus vibe when I do this death stare out the window. You like when I do that? Love the packaging. I just am not a fan of Pops, man. Because Pops to me are so uniformed that they're not unique. You know, I understand there are different things that make it unique. That, yes, that kind of is. I get it. That's the Jack vibe and all that. The boxes are generally the same. People that have the entire wall filled up. Now, keep in mind, I am not judging anyone that collects anything. You know, someone could be like, oh, well, yeah, bro, you're 35 years old and you got a room full of action figures and video games that looks like a teenager's room from 1994. Cool, that's kind of the vibe I was going for.
Roasted?
Well, no, I mean, no one's roasting me about it, but that's the point, and that's what I like to get out to people, you know? Recently, I've been getting a lot of DMs from people that watch the show. The one kid the other day was talking about how, like, he was thanking me that it makes him feel okay that being a gamer is cool. You know, and I like that. Like, dude, like, that's awesome because that's why I do this shit anyway. It's just to communicate with like-minded people. But, dude, you should never feel like it's not okay to collect shit now. As long as your bills are taken care of and you're not hurting yourself or somebody else, go as hard as you want at this. If this is what makes you happy, you know, like I said, as long as you're not skinning cats in your backyard, like, don't do that. But, I mean, if collecting video games or figures and shit makes you happy, then do it. I just have my own opinion on, like, not feeling the Pops. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Pops aren't something I would collect. Doesn't mean I'm going to shit on it or the people that collect it. But I have opinions like anyone else. So, anyway, the recap. The convention was good. Was it bigger or smaller than the convention we went to?
It was about the same.
Okay. In roughly that same area? Or is it completely...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the same spot.
Oh, it was the same. Yeah, because they just rent the place out.
Yeah. They had a Contra sealed.
A seal... Which Contra?
Contra 3?
SNES?
Alien, yeah.
Alien Wars? Sealed?
Yeah.
That's weird. Remember that kid tried to trade me that exact game sealed for the Jimi Hendrix vintage shirt?
I would have did that.
Well, since I haven't sold the shirt, I may have done it now, yeah. I didn't sell the shirt yet, but you know what, though? I've had many people bite and they want to buy the shirt. It's just, their price was a little lower than I'd like to sell it.
And it's the size too, right?
It is. It'll fit me now that I lost weight, and I'm also 5'7" on a good day, so I'm short, so I could fit into like a medium. Like I always joke and say my favorite size is extra medium. You know, like this fucking sweatshirt. Look how this wouldn't fit a normal size human being, but it fits me perfect. You know. Anyway, so the convention was good.
Yeah, it was chilling. Yeah,
And you were gracious enough. You bought me the WWF arcade in your house. Shawn Michaels. I love that game. It's so fucking good. I've just great memories with that game. Doink the Clown. Meow. When you choose a character. Meow. So I appreciate that. And what else did you pick up? Oh, Battletoads. Battle Maniacs.
Well, you depoted that again for me.
Well, yeah. Remember, Doyle, possession is 9/10 of the law. You got to remember that, bro.
I'm going to come in with the feds and raid.
You can, but then you're on my private property. And you know what that means. That's Waco, Texas. Okay? Oh, speaking of cults, I showed you the Heaven's Gate sneakers. That was nice. Remember the cult from the 90s with the guy with the wide eyes? They all took a bunch of cyanide pills or whatever, and they killed the... Okay, let me rewind because I went too deep too fast. Heaven's Gate was a cult in the 90s. Weird front man, think he believed he was an alien lizard person that spoke to someone up there. He got about 80 or 90 people to live in the community, and one night he said, yo, the aliens are coming down, we got to be ready, so everyone take these pills. But they put on some fresh ass Nikes. I forgot the style, but they put on the shoes and they all went into the bunk beds, perfectly dressed in a jumpsuit and the Nikes. They took the pills, and the cops came the next day, and there were 90 people dead, perfectly fresh to death, literally. Nikes pointed straight up, 90 people in bunk beds dead. So anyway, on eBay, someone was selling, I don't know if it was from the crime scene, but someone was selling a pair of those shoes for 3 Gs. Talk about bad juju. You don't want those things, bro.
You wouldn't buy that?
No.
Why not?
I wouldn't even buy the sneaker style. Like, even if they were trying, because I think it was a rare sneaker, because they just don't make them anymore. I don't know. Do you want to, Heaven's Gate sneakers?
You could see aliens.
I was really, for a while I used to watch a lot of documentaries on cults because they just made me like, Charles Manson himself was like a cult leader, but he was a smaller cult. But anyone that's able to control people's minds and make them do crazy shit is just weird and interesting. Sometimes I get in my documentary bags about it, but Waco, Texas was my favorite. That's your boy. I'll defend this place of my life. David Caruth, I believe his name was. They tried to come in on him in Texas on his property in the 90s because he was housing people there that they thought didn't want to be there. But he's like, dude, all these people are people of God and they want to be here with me. And I will defend this place with my life. Well, they did, and they napalmed them like Twisted Metal 2. They fucking blew up the fucking place, and it was crazy. He was in there. You remember Terminator 2 in the desert when they went downstairs and they pulled the cloth off and all the weapons? It was like that shit he had. Yeah. All right, next topic or what? What we got? We got time for one more? Or?
Yeah. We got TurboGrafx Millie.
Oh, the Mini. Milli Vanilli?
Yeah, what the hell?
Well, once again, you borderline have a stroke every week when you try to read. There's no misspelling. It's your incompetence. Now,
Millie delay?
TurboGrafx Mini delay because of the coronavirus. The one last week that you called, what did you call it? Cornera? Yeah. Anyway, so apparently there's delays, and there's other delays too. I mean, the coronavirus, which, by the way, is media hype driven. If you read the facts on it, it's all bullshit. More people die from the regular flu than have died from coronavirus. There's all these misnomers and fucked up facts that these, CNN and all these companies put out just to keep you glued to the TV for advertising dollars. Just like I said, it's all bullshit. It's all propaganda. So, just be fucking normal. Like, bro, we came home from the thrift store yesterday. You were like, bro, make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you just calm the fuck down, bro. Just calm the fuck down. If God wants you to get coronavirus, you're getting it. There's no, Purell ain't going to save you. And all these people buying fucking all the hand sanitizer and all this shit. And oh my God. It's all a scam, bro. It's all a scam. Everyone is so fucking sheep-minded and just listen to bullshit. I mean, I'll be honest, in the beginning it concerned me. I'm like, wow, this sounds really bad. But then you start looking into it and you start realizing that, the people that said were affected by it are like really old people or really young people. It's like a 98%, 99% cure rate if you're under 50. Like, come on, bro. But anyway, I know you're scared to death.
You gotta take precautions.
I'm not saying go around licking door handles, but dude, it's all bullshit. Let's be honest, bro. Okay? It's fucking stupid. Comprende? Anyway, what else we got?
Well, you didn't even talk about the mini delay.
Well, I did. What I was trying to say was the coronavirus, real or not, it has real effect, and it seems to be, dude. You know how much shit is made in China? What do you think? Billy Bob's making a TurboGrafx Mini in his garage. Like, it's made in China for 12 cents. All those things, the shipping, all this stuff, it takes longer, the parts and all this shit. So it's delayed. And some people think the other systems are going to be delayed too, like PS5 and all that, but apparently not. Which brings me to my next thing. Speaking of current gen or next gen consoles, did you see the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn trailer?
No.
Dude. So Spawn, fucking amazing, Todd McFarlane style, is coming out in Mortal Kombat 11. Have you played MK11?
Yeah.
I feel like it came and went. You know, came out, people kind of hype with it. Some people are really hardcore. They play it. Me, played it for a week, put it down, went to the next fighter. But this brings me back.
That's the one with Alien and Predator, right?
Well, yeah, but that's before that. That was early. This is 11. But the cool thing about this one, though, they have the fighter pack for like, I think it's on sale for like $15 if you order it. You get Joker, you get T800 Arnold, but it's old T800. It's from the last movie. It's not like T2 Arnold. He's like gray beard and shit. I don't really like that, but I'm sure they might have a skin for like that. You can look like T2 exactly with the jacket and the, Joker's in there. I forgot who else was in there, but more importantly, Spawn. And they showed gameplay yesterday. It looks amazing. And then I watched, which brings me to my next thing I want to talk about, which is I've been heavy on Twitch lately. So we're definitely going to be launching a Twitch channel in the next couple months. I'm saying fuck it. I'm not going to say that I fought Twitch for a long time, meaning I just never really understood 100% what the lore was with people watching other people play games. And, I dabbled in it just to see what a game was about, but I never really bought into a specific streamer or their personality or something. And recently, dudes like Maximilian and dudes like Summit and a couple others I've really gotten into, and I really kind of now get it. I know I'm super late to the fucking party. It just wasn't my thing forever. I kind of do my own thing when I play games. I don't even use a fucking headset when I game, like chat wise. I just game. And I get it now, man. Like some of these dudes are cool, and I see why people fucking kind of buy in. And I was showing you yesterday how crazy it gets. Like, we were watching Summit play Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov. I love that game. I really want it, but I know that the inventory system is way more complicated than I would like it to be. I'm more of a fast-paced, simple first-person shooter guy, Doom. But man, it's entertaining as fuck, and he's nasty. Like, I mean, remember I DM'd you last night? It was like 2 in the morning. I'm like, yo, dude is still streaming. It was at least 10, 12 hours straight, at least. And man, he makes a good living doing it too. I mean, it's just it's incredible that whole concept, and 30,000 people watching him at one time consistently for 12 hours is unreal. It's unreal. So lately I've been on Twitch heavy, and I definitely want to get into Twitch, and I'm telling you guys that I'm going to get my setup. Like, I already have the bones for a setup. I just need to get the OBS program and all this shit ready. I'm in the middle of building a new rig. I'm getting a brand new PC. I'm going to have a dedicated stream PC and then a dedicated gaming PC. And we're going to do PS4. All the old systems. I'm going to get my capture card and all that shit. But hope you'll join me. It'll be dope. I'm excited about it. So we shall see how that works out. We'll even put Doyle on there.
What games, though?
What am I going to stream? Depends. I don't know. Obviously, Gran Turismo is one of them. I mean, I want to stream games that I'm super passionate about. Like, I know a lot of people stream certain games that are popular so they can get the views, and that's cool, but you ain't going to catch me playing Fortnite. I might play the Tarkov. I might just buy it and try it and just try to grind my way through and get good at it. I've learned a lot just by watching Homeboy, Summit. I've learned a lot just like, I mean, you saw how crazy it is, the way he's clicking around doing shit and why he's doing it, because that game, even Even the developer of the game said this game is not supposed to be fun. It is meant to be as realistic, as simulated as... I mean, I've never seen a first-person shooter go that ham with detail, you know. And it's still in a beta form. It's not even the full game, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm really entertained by it, and it made me want to join Twitch. And you know what? I can't tell you how many countless DMs I've got from people over the years. Yo, what's your Twitch? Like, people just assume if you have all this shit, like, you got to be a streamer. And I'm like, nah, I never got into it, but I am going to. I know. A lot of my close friends are going to be like, oh, fucking finally, we've only been telling you for 4 years. Whatever. Better late than never, Doyle. Now, are you going to show your face on the stream? Even though you've shown your face 100 times, people still think this is like a thing that we do where we don't get to show your face.
Nah, I'll probably wear a Spidey mask or something.
Do you still have the Spidey mask?
Yeah, I got it.
It smells funny. Did you fix that?
It's from New York.
What does that have to do anything? I remember though, you did buy that in the Marvel store in Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
That was dope. That was dope. You're still a scumbag, but it was dope. All right, motherfuckers. Round three. Doyle, give me a topic.
We got the PSP.
Oh, yeah, I put that in there because I wanted to... we're going to do, I think on the round 3, on the end of the last segment of the show, we're going to do like what I've been playing lately. A lot of people ask about like, yo, what have you been playing lately? And my habits change a lot with games. You know, having a lot of games, what's cool about it is you get to rediscover shit. Sometimes you might not play a system for a few months or a game for a few years or whatever. And every once in a while, I've always said I'm not a huge handheld guy. So it's hard for me when I have all these screens and I could just sit in front of it to play. But every once in a while, I'm like, let me put the Vita on the charger. Let me put the PSP on the charger. The DS, not the DS, the SP101. All these kind of handhelds, I like to just charge them up. And the batteries on them are usually really good, but I like to just like rediscover, like, you know what, fuck it, the Vita's charged up. What haven't I played on the Vita in a while? Then it always turns out to me playing Sons of Liberty on the HD collection, Metal Gear, which is incredible. The Vita doesn't have that great of a library. The PSP, on the other hand, has the library is incredible. So, and I probably have 75 or so, maybe 100 games on the Vita, something like that. And to me, and they're all hand selected. The PSP's got to have how many games? At least 500, something like that.
Nah.
Yeah, I would say so. Look that up while I'm talking about it. Let me know how many games the PSP has. And so recently I've gotten into a couple of games that I remember playing really heavy. One of them being Fight Night Round 3. Now, number one, I would love to see a new like boxing game like that on next gen. Like, fuck the current gen. It's already over, PS4. Give me a PS5 Fight Night Ultimate, all the boxers, fully licensed, incredible graphics, but more importantly, the gameplay dynamic. The gameplay dynamic in Fight Night Round 3 on the PSP is unbelievable, bro. Like, if you put that shit on the difficulty on really high, and you put the rounds, I put 15 rounds at 3 minutes a round, I'll fight like, you could build a boxer in that, and I just want to go right into it and just get some sessions in. Evander Holyfield versus Roy Jones Jr. the other night, 15 rounds, I knocked Roy Jones out at the last, like, 30 seconds. It was a TKO, it was a three fall. But, bro, my fucking thumb blown out. It was so crazy, just because that game is cool. It's where they took advantage of kind of holding the trigger, and then you're able to kind of duck and bob and weave, and then if you continue to hold it, then hit punch, it's a low. If you let go, it's a high. Then you have the haymaker. And it's all about, I like combo, and I'm really big into timing-based fighting games. Now, granted, this is a boxing game, so it's specific, but even, Soul Calibur, Tekken, I like those slightly slower moving at times where you can really time it and hit someone. And it's just super satisfying. Did you look how many games there are on there?
Yeah, 1,300.
Yeah, so you looked at me crazy when I said 500. I was way off. I know, I told you were like 500 games. You're like, no.
You said 5,000.
Doyle, I clearly said 500. There's no system that has 5,000. You're an idiot. Now, you got any PSP favorites that you like?
Castlevania.
Oh, which one though? The collection, right?
Yeah.
So does that have Rondo of Blood or is it just Symphony of the Night?
No, Rondo of Blood. That one has it.
It released that on the PS4. I have that digitally. But what was another game I was thinking? Oh, Crisis Core Final Fantasy is nuts. The fact that that's even on a handheld is so incredible. What other game was I playing on it? Well, you know what else is just fun to play on it, and I really love the quality of the screen. I forget what model I have, whether it's PSP model 3000. I think it's the Fat Boy. I have the other one where you can make the screen brighter. It's got the little circle where you can go 1, 2, 3, brighter, brighter, brighter. I was going to say, I really enjoy watching movies on the PSP. I have Alien, I have Clerks, I have Boys in the Hood, I have House of a Thousand Corpses. I have a ton of movies that there's just something cool about watching it. Now, back in the day, I used to watch it on going on a plane or bus ride or fucking, I don't know. It was always cool to just be able, it was the first time you were able to legitimately like watch a movie in good quality, full movie, no bullshit. Now, the other cool thing about PSP, besides the library, is what you can do to it. I mean, you can hack that thing and put emulators, and you could do a million things, which I might actually do to my Vita. I feel like I'm underutilizing the Vita in that sense, and I may have to just mod it, put some cool shit on it. Because other than that, I only have about 15 or 20 games for the Vita, and I'm not using it the way I want to. So the PSP, though, well, go ahead.
Well, I think all you need to do is just buy the memory card.
Yeah, no, it's not hard at all. And by the way, I need a memory stick for my PSP. I don't know where the fuck it went. But remember, it's the Pro Duo. It's the proprietary. Sony fucked us for a long time with that. Those fucking proprietary Sony only. You can't just use a fucking SD card. I hated that. But man, I'm just trying to think of a couple other PSP games that I was really into. You know what I really liked on PSP, just randomly? The sports titles. Any tennis game, fucking Madden was incredible. Did they make NBA Street on PSP? I don't think they did, right?
Nah, they made NBA Live. That was
NBA Live, yeah. I didn't have that on there. Ace Combat, Outrun, which is the racing game. Gran Turismo on PSP. Forget about it. Bro, it's so good. It's so good. The fact that they went that ham, that many cars, that much detail on a handheld fucking 15 years ago or whatever. I mean, it's so fucking good, man. Gran Turismo, don't get me started. I know I go down the rabbit hole. What else we got? We got any other topics? That's enough on the PSP, I think. Well, what else you want?
Metal Gear?
Oh, Metal Gear, like what, the games? Because there's a lot of Metal Gears on there that are like, you got Spec Ops and... Yeah, I mean, I like them, but I mean, like, they're not as good. I respect them, but I want the Metal Gear PSP, though. The camo one? Yeah. That's a dope. Yeah, there's a couple of special edition PSPs. I think they made a Star Wars one, right? With Vader?
Yeah.
I think. And they made a God of War version. Now, I'm not into all that. I know you're into that. You like the special editions of stuff, like your Pikachu fucking Game Boy. Now, the Tommy Hilfiger Game Boy is amazing. That one's cool, but that's a rare occurrence where I'm like, no, I want the special edition. I do have the Foxhound GameCube. But that's different. I'm talking about handhelds. I just like the Vita. I have the first Vita with the OLED screen, the Game Gear, all black. They make a red, they make a blue. The Neo Geo, what is it called? Pocket Color. I just have the carbon black. Anyway, is there anything else on the PSP?
What about the Game Gear?
I just said that, all black.
That's all you get?
Yeah, I don't want the blue or the red one, the Coca-Cola shit. I don't need any of that.
You could have got the Xbox Mountain Dew.
Yeah, not into that. I do have the Halo Xbox. Yeah, I really like that clear. They make a Panzer Dragoon Orta, the Japanese only all crystal clear Xbox. Yeah, it's literally a clear shell Xbox. All right, what do we got? We got something else? Topics?
All right, yeah, we got the games played lately.
Yeah, I was kind of talking about that a little with the PSP because I have been playing PSP a lot, but I'm certainly trying to jump back into some FPS games. Watching all this Twitch shit, it just hypes you up to play something. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on PlayStation, PS4 obviously. I've been playing, I noticed now, oh, you know what I was playing again? I got back into the stupid Call of Duty mobile. For the longest time, I thought it was fucked up because there's no sound, and realized if your phone's on silent mode, it cuts the sound off in the app. That's why I stopped playing it. Then I just Googled it real quick. I'm like, oh, and I clicked the switch. It worked. But fuck all that. Old school games, PS2 has been heavy rotation lately. Soul Calibur 2 last night, I did a run through because I like using that Neo Geo stick on Soul Calibur. It's just perfect because the button layout is amazing. And what other PS2 game was I just playing? Oh, Max Payne. Jumping back into Max Payne lately, which is cool. I like to go revisit. I was doing that and I was doing Driver. You know what was cool? I have Driver, PS1, complete, whatever, no big deal. It's not super rare. But handwritten on loose leaf from wherever I got the game from a thrift store or whatever. The kid wrote the codes down back in 95, 96. I love that because I remember those days vividly, bro. I'd go to Cheat Code Central. Do you remember that website? CCC? I'd go to Cheat Code Central. That was my main site. And I would handwrite, before we had a fucking printer at the house, all the codes down for Twisted Metal. Remember Minion and all that shit? And then I would always keep them just like that in my jewel case. I'd fold them up and put them in the PlayStation case or the long box. And then I started printing them out. Like when Grand Theft Auto came, like Liberty City came out. Then you go Cheat Code Central and just print out 30 pages. My mother's screaming at me, what are you doing? Ink back in the day was expensive, and I'm just spitting out paper like I'm at a fucking office. No double-sided, just bah, 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 L1, L2, R2, R2, all that bullshit. And that was awesome back in the... I always said this about games. To me, all video games should have a lock and an unlock feature right at the main menu. Do you want to play this game with all the cheats you can go through? Now, granted, Game Genie, Game Shark, that's kind of what those were for. And then, some people would say, well, bro, no, fuck you. Sometimes you earn cheats by beating the game. And it's like, yeah, but I still want the option. I still want the fucking option with cheats on or off. Some emulators have them built in. It's just like, Grand Theft Auto, like, especially after you beat the game. I mean, how many people never even beat a Grand Theft Auto because they just get caught up in, let me get the cheats, let me put them in, and let me just cause havoc in the city, and it's super fun. I mean, that's another thing I went back and revisited. Just straight raw experience, no cheats, no nothing, just on the CRT, playing fucking Liberty City all over again. Grand Theft Auto. When that game came out, GTA 3 came out, I was like 17 or 16, and I remember my mother had to buy it for me. At Best Buy, they were like, you got to be 18, and I'm like, and my mother was like, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, like she didn't understand. I was old enough to experience that game. I mean, I was exposed to crazy shit when I was young as far as movies, music, games. I had 3 older brothers. I was watching Alien and Predator at fucking 8 years old. And I don't mean Alien vs. Predator. I'm talking about the Alien movie, the Predator movie, all kind of Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser, all these crazy movies, The Shining, super young age. And I just remember getting Liberty City and getting it home and being blown away. Remember, GTA 2 was a top-down, just like GTA 1. It was a top-down game. It wasn't as graphic, bloody. It was still like, remember GTA on the phone? Like, it wasn't like real.
They had the speed mission.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with the bus on the fucking... But here's the thing. When I got Liberty City and you got that 3D world, and I just remember like, the cars, they all made sense, the way that they were kind of different. And like, this one, like the Banshee was like the Viper. Like, that was the first time I was like, this is fucking sick, bro. Like, and then of course when it got to PC and people started modding it. But anyway, really good experience. GTA 3. Those are a couple of games I've been going back to. Every once in a while I like to just go back, fresh memory cards. So I have a couple different memory cards. One of them is my saves from 20 years ago, and then I have another memory card that's like fresh since I started this collection, like this setup. And like, like I have GTA or Gran Turismo 4 on my old setup, on my old card that, bro, has thousands of hours. Thousands and thousands of hours and money built and cars unlocked and GTA 3 and 4. I keep saying GTA, GT, Gran Turismo.
The licenses were a bitch to get.
I got every single 100% on the hardest level you can. I was so nuts about getting the license. Now in the new one, GT Sport, I don't care about that.
Why not?
Because I just want to go online, race. I have the wheel. It's different. Driving with the wheel, is way more difficult. Like we go in those lobbies and you see all the kids drift, and they're doing that on their controller with the analog stick barely touching it. Try to do it with a real deal force feedback wheel that's in full manual.
I do it.
No, you're horrible. You hit the fucking e-brake, you go sideways, you hit a wall, and then you look back and say, did you see the drift? You're a fucking idiot, Doyle. Now, do we have time for another topic?
All right, this will be the last topic.
All right.
What other games did you do the cheat codes on?
What other games did I do?
Did it on WrestleMania. You used to make like the different characters.
What,
and
on
shit.
WrestleMania 2000
Yeah.
or on 64? Oh, yeah. You can make different, I was big in Twisted Metal instantly. I'm doing fucking Minion. I'm doing Sweet Tooth. Like, and then in the game, you could do unlimited freezes with the D-pad. I mean, there's a million, but codes were cool to me, and I actually used to look forward to getting, oh man, I was such a sick fuck that I would go into like Funko Land, and you remember in like Game Pro, was it Game Pro? In the back, or like when you bought the issue, there would be codes inside. And when I was young, I would go in these stores. Now the ones that had good information were in that cellophane wrapping, right? Remember you had to like open it, they were in like a bag. I would open the bag in the store, walk around and read it, and then I would hand write down cheats like on my hand or on a piece of paper.
You could have just took a snapshot with your iPhone, right?
Yeah, in 1994, Doyle. That's exactly what I was doing. That's exactly what nowadays you could, but nowadays you don't need to go get the magazine. You just look it up online. But you know what? I remember riding my bike to fucking Funko Land on fucking Hempstead Turnpike in Long Island. It was next to Coconuts. You ever heard of Coconuts? That was a CD store, tape store, music store. And I used to go there, and I remember, man, getting the codes for, Twisted Metal was one of them, but it's just Jurassic Park. I forget what I remember, Rampage Edition and all that shit. I don't remember the game specifically, but I remember I would write down all kind of codes just in case. Maybe my friends needed them. I would literally write them on my arms. I remember one day, I asked the guy for a pen in the store, and he wouldn't give me a pen. Like, I don't know whether he knew what I was doing or he was just being a dick. Like, this kid always comes in here. I didn't have paper. I didn't have anything. You know what I did? I wrote cheat codes in whiteout because I had my backpack on me, but I didn't have a pen. Whiteout. Remember whiteout? On my black Nike backpack, on the shoulder straps, I wrote codes. So going down one of my fucking, it was like L1, circle, X. I mean, I had to get it done, bro. I had to get it fucking done, okay?
Those were the struggles.
Bro, that's what you had to do, bro. I mean, thinking about riding my bike, which I'll close the show by saying I'd really like to get back into BMX. I don't know if I would do it as a physical, like, exercise hobby, but man, I would kill to have my Robinson Rebel back. I would kill to have my GT Performer. I would kill to have some of these bikes back, and I go on eBay, and I'm like, let me just see if they are even around. Oh, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Obviously, like, there's a gaming culture, there's a BMX culture. I got to talk to my boy Just Blaze about that. Not only is he a super producer, retro gamer, he's into fucking katana swords, sneakers, polo. Oh, by the way, he's super into BMX. He used to be a BMX rider. So, Mr. Blaze, I'm going to be hollering at you. You're going to hook me up. And he's going to come on the podcast one day, by the way. So, for sure. We're just trying to line that up. And I'll close the show, actually, by saying I'm going to release my old interviews that I did. Slobby Robbie, Raekwon, Dan Bell, Jojo Pellegrino, Will Castro from Unique Auto Sports. I have the audio from my old podcast. I think we're going to just put up on a playlist the lost interviews. Some people might want to hear it. It'll hold them over till we get... Because I really want to do in-studio interviews. I really want to get guests in studio so we can get the camera. I have an opportunity, and I appreciate everyone that's ever come on my podcast and done an interview with the phone. It's always a thing. Like, I've hit... And like, dude, just call me any day. And I'm like, of course I can do that, and I love it. But damn, it would be dope if you were ever in the Orlando area and you popped over and we did an in-studio appearance. So keep a lookout because we're definitely going to be doing shit like that. And keep a lookout. We have another giveaway, 1,000 subscribers. So, until next time, peace.